Hi, Jolie Gabrielle here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's show of me working with my consistency muscle and really building that in a way that supports my life and my goals. The reason why I'm doing this is to keep a log for myself, as well as to hopefully inspire others on their journey towards freedom, to really see what the journey may look like, see what the work may look like, but to also hopefully be, as I said, inspired by someone else in the trenches and showing their story. So today I wanted to talk about the dip. Now, Seth Godin, he wrote a book called The Dip, which talks about when you're working with consistency, especially as an entrepreneur, how you take these big risks, but at the same time, you can lose sight of the process from point A to point B. We think of it as a linear process, but it's not linear. And a lot of the times things are going to get a little bit worse before they get better. And I'm kind of seeing that along my journey. Now, through energy and frequency, I'm able to manage it to some degree, right? But at the same time, we have to flow with how the energy is taking us and our journey is unfolding to some degree, because remember, we're here for a reason and a purpose. And my job is to align with it. And one of the ways to do that, or the way that I have found to do that, is through consistency. Now, I want to tell you a little story. Sometimes I do a Mother Earth meditation. A lot of times people go up to God and to the divine or the ether or the heavens, or however you want to look at it, and they get that energy. But we oftentimes miss the blessings that Mother Earth has for us. So fast forward, I did a Mother Earth meditation, me and another person, and I found that with Mother Earth, that being grounded and rooted is one of the best ways for us to receive the messages from her. And she can really lead and guide us. And when I went and visited Mother Earth to receive the messages from her, I was extremely shocked at how loving and divine she was. Now, most of us are going, you are insane, like that you think that you can connect with Mother Earth. But remember, we're putting these things to the test. Please excuse me for a moment. We're putting the things to the test. The things of energy is real. Can we communicate with our minds? Can we connect with Mother Earth as well as the Creator? Is it possible to focus our energy somewhere and to affect change? So that's why I'm here, to try to do these things. Now, I had a story about Mother Earth, which I completely screwed the pooch on. I don't even remember what I was going to say about that. So obviously it's time to move on. But I feel there's also another part, or the flip side of the dip, which is the hump, right? So it's like that you have one leg over the fence, right? One leg. You just need to throw the other leg over and jump down or crawl down or climb down, whatever it is. But for some reason, we are straddling that fence, right? So not only is there that dip, but there's that, what is that tweak that needs to take place to take me to that next level? And oftentimes we're looking for that outside of ourselves, when in all actuality, it's right here within us. Excuse me. That's why we go within and meditate. So one of the things that I noticed about myself that I had to stop and deal with, because it was really getting in the way of me moving forward. It was a self-sabotaging trigger that caused me a visceral reaction. Oftentimes we're told things in a very harsh manner, especially when we don't understand, or something is communicated to us in a way and we're perceiving it differently. You know, it can be, wires get crossed. And the people who have compassion in those instances, I consider them to be angelic and angels, because they have the patience with which to deal with you. No, honey, you don't want to do that. You want to do this. But most of the time, people don't have the time to be dealing with that. I'm going to tell you once, here's the handbook. You better figure it out. But oftentimes children, people, we know nothing. We really need to learn. But there's a harshness to that at times due to a time constraint, limits, pressure, responsibilities that other person has to deal with. So when we're looking to them for advice or support, oftentimes we are better off going within first, exhausting all options that we have control over, and then seeking out the help that we need and require. But one of the things that happens is we don't understand what's going on with us. We get these orders and instructions in, and we feel a sense of shame or guilt, or as if we should have known. And I know for me, that was the case. Or even, oh my God, look at this level of work. Now, in some situations, I was very happy about that, like going to school. Give me a paper or something to write, I'm there with you, and a deadline. However, doing something in a job setting was something like I would feel this sense, or doing something like go outside and mow the lawn, it's like this sense of somebody pouring ink on a white handkerchief, and you watch how it moves. It just taints the whole handkerchief. That's what it felt like viscerally for me inside when I was given an instruction, or harshly, or I had to have been told something a few times that I didn't understand, or I had to ask for help, or I found something hard to do. Put on your music. That's why I love people who come to the job and they're doing their work and they have their lunch, they have their headphones, they have their blanket, their jacket, they have everything that they need to feel safe doing this work. And that's what, whatever their job is, and that's what this will give you, is once you recognize yourself and understand how you operate, you can then prepare and bring the tools that you need to feel safe. So that ink blot feeling taught me I'm holding these issues in my body. And that ink blot energy was also the self-sabotaging energy that would flow through me, that would immobilize me and keep me straddling that fence. So today, let's work on that. Let's remove and resolve. That's what I'm going to do for myself. Any residual energy that comes in from taking instructions or guidance or having to listen. Or one more trigger I'd like to help clear is the one that, let's say you're doing something, you're new at dancing, or you're new at energy healing, or you're new at training, and everyone knows it. And they're like, oh, let me send you Bob Pete because he's such a great trainer. Let me send you this video. Let me hook you up with this girl and you're like triggered all over the place. You don't open the video, you don't watch it, you don't call that person back. And for some reason, those things can trigger us very badly. And that's also the hump, because it doesn't matter whether or not you call that person back. That person is coming from a place of trying to help you. Maybe there's some haters that are passive aggressive and trying to poke, but most people are really just trying to help you, and they're excited for you on your new journey. So they're trying to give you helpful hints. But at the same time, it's an unstable moment, right? You're beginning something new, or you're catching your stride, and you really don't want to know about Bob Pete and what his whole formula for the six-pack is, because you're trying to build your own. So we want to remove that energy as well, the energy of us getting triggered, of us maybe lashing out, or of us maybe doing the turtle and going in our shell, because now we've been overwhelmed by this energy coming in while we're trying to stay on our path. It works that way, and we've kind of got to get out of denial, because we carry that type of negative energy around like baggage. So let's get rid of it. What do? Of course, we're going to always breathe with the rhythm of our bodies as we put our feet flat on the floor, our palms face up on our thighs, and we ground our energy into Mother Earth with a grounding cord that is 6 inches in diameter between our sit bones, which is where our first chakra is, the Muladhara. And we're going to watch this natural earth element grounding cord that we are creating and visualizing in our mind go through the crust of Mother Earth, traveling through the lithosphere, and then starting to travel at the speed of love through the asthenosphere and rooting itself into Mother Earth. Immediately, Mother Earth kicks in. She's like, oh, a new grounding cord. Golden rose-shaped scrubbing bubbles are going to blanket the inside and the outside of the grounding cord. You let that do what it does as you bring your awareness to the center of your chest. And here, you take a deep breath in, you exhale, and you command all of the atoms and the cells in your body to turn heart-shaped, sending love throughout all the systems and the networks in your body, especially that prefrontal cortex. Then we open our feet, hands, and crown chakras. We call in 15% earth energy of a color that resonates with me and you, whatever you want. I want red and orange for creativity, branding, support, but also safety and security in doing what I do, financial prosperity. And then we open the crown and we command that 85% cosmic gold life force energy I do cascade down through into the cells of my brain, the neuron synapses, firing in a way that supports me, really saturating that prefrontal cortex with all of the affirmations and the good stuff that has me on my journey. And then cleaning out the pineal, the center of the head, the pituitary, and then that energy moves down. It's going to go into the cerebrum, the cerebellum, the medulla oblongata, the limbic system, and all of the functioning of the brain, the hippocampus, the amygdala, all that good stuff as it moves down the spine, lighting up each vertebra. I want you to see these things. This is your body. Work with it as it moves down, and then it starts to mix in with that earth energy. And then it trickles down into the, the energy that's pooled in the feet. And then it starts to fill us up like water fills up a cup. So this is the visualization that I see. And I especially see it in the back of me, seeing that I have issues with my chakras 1 and 2. I really bring a lot of energy in there, a lot of gold light. I light that back there up because I really want to decompress that spine there. And so I bring in that gold light and open me up as that energy then bifurcates, separates, goes down into my fingers, moves up, sprouts out of the side of my crown, filling up my aura layer, sprouting out of my hands. So now I work with this energy as my chakras are being blanketed with golden rose-shaped scrubbing bubbles and my aura layers as well. So we are cleaning off our spiritual energy. I'm cleaning it off so that I'm ready to work and get rid of some of these patterns here. And so when I look for this energy of being told something or being overwhelmed or insecure with people giving me suggestions about other healers or people giving me information, or any time that I feel triggered in a way that is sabotaging my forward motion and my consistency, I want to resolve and dissolve that on a history level and bring in divine instruction, divine guidance, and divine application of those instructions, directions, and guidance if they are the highest and best for me. Moving out any blocks, that ink blot energy, where is it at? It's right here. Now, I'm not exactly sure. I think this is the thymus gland. It's all about the friggin' glands, man. Let me tell you. These glands be jacking you up. See, they're all little minions, and they're mad because we don't pay attention to them. And then they start going overboard, and then they start just trying to just run the ship. No. You run the ship. Tell your body what to do. So what I see is here, I was holding in between my throat and my heart energy in this area, and I think this is called the thymus gland. And here, I turn that energy bright red, that embarrassment and that shame from failing to speak my truth, maybe even say something back like, hey, watch your tone. You don't have to speak to me like that. Or, you know what, you're right. I'm going to take that in and I'm going to look at that, right? And start to have that flow of energy. So that red energy is like that ink spot there. So what's that pattern there? What's the pattern of arrogance, of ego? In between the heart and the throat, what is it? What is it? Attention? Let's pull that out. Whatever it is, you know what? You got to go. You got to go. Gold light, Mother Earth energy mixed in with cosmic divine life force energy moving through me, filling up the spaces and the places as I flush this red energy out of me. This ink blot, I like to call it, that spreads throughout and it just exhausts me, drained. It used to drain my energy, it confused me, and I would go straight into zombie mode. So let's take out those pictures from the aura layer, from my past lives or experiences where that zombie mode, and let's get divine presence. And a divine fleshly heart, one that is resilient with vulnerability, being vulnerable. Find my people. That's what this is tuning me to. It's okay. Find your people. Tune your heart. My heart is tuned to finding the people that will love and support me, and that I love and I can support in the highest and best way with grace and ease. So those golden suns come down and they fill up the spaces and the places, and I see them fill up my cells with this divine direction, divine instruction, divine application of that guidance, divine guidance, golden sun above my head as my higher self stands at a power position above my aura layer. I open my heart and I allow for my toroidal field to begin to expand and extend out beyond my aura layer, engulfing my higher self as that gold light continues to cascade and that 15% earth energy moves throughout my body, cleaning out my chakras. As that golden, beautiful pyramid with the capstone is above the toroidal field and locks into those ley lines, boom, turns it on, and that beautiful white light beams down from the heavens through Mother Earth, through the pyramid with the capstone, through my toroidal field, through my higher self, through my aura layer, down through my crown, down through me, down my grounding cord, and into Mother Earth. All of that spiritual detritus has moved through me, and I am filled up with humility, gratitude that someone even wants to tell my ass anything at all. And grateful to the divine for this opportunity to live on earth at this time, and Mother Earth for feeding, clothing me, and sheltering me. And I put 7 golden suns above my head, 8 actually, 1 for the grounding cord, the other 7 for the chakras. Remember, they're being cleaned. So as they come down, 1 goes down the grounding cord. I see those golden rose-shaped scrubbing bubbles fall away into the core of Mother Earth. This is new energy, new perspective, new way of doing things. I bring that other golden sun down into 1. I see it extend and expand, disintegrate those golden rose-shaped scrubbing bubbles, and the residue goes down the grounding cord. I do the same with 2 and 3. And I watch it, and I take that visualization all the way to its end as I see those channels between them begin to open up and be filled with that gold light. I move up into 4. I make sure my percentages of opening are there. 50% for me. You're like, what are you talking about? We'll get into that. Then I move up into 6, bring the golden sun down. 5 and 6 and 7. And then I do the same for my aura layers, this time only 7, because the grounding cord has been taken care of. Bringing in the gold light from the divine with new attitude, new perspective, new way of doing things. With humility and gratitude to take the guidance from humanity and from spirit in the highest and best way with grace and ease. I close my feet, my hands, and my crown chakras. I stop running energy. I see that gold light energy receive back into the heavens, and that earth energy go back down into Mother Earth as the white light continues to beam down and through me and into Mother Earth as I receive the messages from the divine as well as from Mother Earth, mixing in with my unique signature to lead and guide me and align me with my purpose as a channel of light and blessings. I let that energy settle in, and then I open my eyes. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow.